You are tuning in to Divine Destiny Radio Show right here on WCRM Radio 1350. I am your host, Jamisha Salette, along with my co-host. Come on, ladies, talk. Let's see.
Good afternoon, Southwest Florida. This is Trevor.
And this is Angela. Hello
and
out there.
This is Lisa.
All right. Yes, we have our guest on today, Miss Arlethea Wilson, that is coming and sitting with us today to share an awesome testimony. But before we get started, I just want to see how everybody's day has gone thus far. I spent quite a few hours with most of you this morning, so let me know how's your day going.
Beautifully. I'm having an awesome day. Just anytime I spend time with y'all, it's just awesome. So love you.
That is very sweet, Trella. We enjoy you too. I'm having an awesome day so far. I thank God, because I know it could be worse, so I'm going to count my blessings as they coming. So I'm good.
Amen.
All right now. Well, our guest over here, how are you doing today?
Ooh, it's been a morning. My stepmother passed this morning, so I'm going through. I'm walking. I'm just accepting it.
Amen.
I can't change it, so I'm just accepting it. She ain't in pain no more, so it's just us we got to worry about now. So other than that, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, we love you.
I love you
give you
too.
some hugs and smooches and all
Thank
that
you
stuff
very
later
much.
on. Yeah, and we'll definitely keep the family in prayer.
Thank
Keep you in
you.
prayer as well. But my morning has been very good. I'm so excited. We had our first Divine Destiny photo shoot.
All right.
Yes, Miss Nyla D'Amico.
All right.
His Glory Design. The girl is bad.
Yes,
So we did have her on our very first show. So for those of you that need some photos done for your business, promotional, whatever it is, just because you just feel like taking a picture. You know, Nyla is the one for you. The girl is anointed and appointed for this. So just want to give a shout out to Nyla, and we're going to move right along with the show today. All right, you guys ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I'm going to need you ladies over there to talk into the mic too. Everybody's saying yes, ma'am, and the mic is saying, I don't know, but nobody's talking to me.
We'll do better.
Okay, I'm having mine is kind of like dropping right now, so if I'm looking a little hood trying to hold it, it's all good. Okay, today's topic, segment that we're going to be sharing with our guests, we decided to name it Bruised But Not Broken.
Amen.
You know, we just thought that was very fitting, and I'm going to have Miss Angela read the scripture that she came up with to go along with this to tie it all in.
Okay, the scripture is actually coming out of Luke chapter 4, verse 18. And it reads, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, the recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised." So I felt that because with what we have named this segment, Bruised But Not Broken, even though we are bruised, we've already been set free in Jesus. So it's there for us. It's for us to embrace, but we have to receive it. So
just a matter of
Amen.
knowing the word and embracing it.
yes.
You know, it's everything that God has for us is already there, but it's up to us to reach out, to grab it, to embrace it, and to live it. So, Miss Wilson, I'm sorry. Can we just call you Lisa? I'm used to
Yes,
calling you
ma'am.
Lisa.
Thank you.
You know, I'm not with this whole Arlethea government whole.
Yes,
what's the
ma'am.
middle name?
Elizabeth.
Oh, look at all elegant on us. So
Elizabeth.
Coming to join you. Yes, but what I want to do is I want to let our listeners know a little bit about you, as far as where you were born, where you were raised, you know, children, you know, the oldest out of 10, 15. Give us a little history on who you are.
All right. Well, I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm the oldest of two. I have a younger brother. I have 2 children. The oldest is Gabriel. The youngest is Deontay, who just got recently married in October. I have my associates in human service and chemical dependency. My BA is in criminal justice, and I'm 2 classes short from my master's from my BA.
Oh,
Amen.
amen. She's
Amen.
working it out in the name of Jesus. Yes,
You know, and
ma'am.
I've worked with kids all my life, and teens and parents who were addicted, not addicted to drugs, alcohol, and that's just where I'm supposed to be.
Right. You know, it's nothing like a woman that knows where she's supposed to
Right.
be. You know, knows the placement, knows where I'm
Yes,
supposed to
that's
be.
where I'm
That's an
supposed to
awesome
be.
thing. Okay. Well, what we asked you to come on because this month is Domestic Violence Month.
Yes, it
but
is.
not necessarily what it is and it isn't what we're tying into. We wanted you. I was blessed to be able to hear your testimony and to see you act some of that testimony out in the last P3 Women's Conference. And I've heard from different people how it was so powerful.
Wow.
A lot of people came in and asked me, was that her real testimony? And I think that's why it came across so well, because when it's real, you don't have to act.
Right.
Exactly.
You're not acting. You're acting, but you're not acting. This is real
Exactly.
life
Yes, it
and real
is.
experiences, and it comes across. And I know that there was somebody in that room that experienced it, and I think that was part of the overflow at the end.
Praise God.
Is because there's a lot of things that were in that play that spoke to a lot of women.
Yes.
And along with Miss Trella over here, people, oh my gosh, she brought it.
Yes.
So what I want to do is just to have you kind of start just in your testimony, just whatever God gives you, whatever you feel in your heart that you just want to share, of your testimony, just flow.
Well, I used to say that I was a rape victim, but now I am no longer a victim. I'm a rape survivor, because when you say that you're a victim, you put yourself in this box. And once you get in this box, no matter which corner you go to, you're stuck in that box. You can't go nowhere. Nothing changes. The people don't change. Your life doesn't change. Your thought processes don't change. Your feelings don't change. So I had to make a choice. Either I'm going to stay in this box and let them label me, or I have to create my own label. And after being raped at the age of 12 and having to go into a marriage, still carrying that, never having any type of therapy or anything there to help me to go on, to deal with it, to understand it. My main thing was my mother was there at the time in the house, was just to protect my mother. So it wasn't about me. And after that, after she had a nervous breakdown, it still wasn't about me. It was just doing what you had to do. I was the oldest. Keep going. And that's what I did until I met this young lady that I was working with. And she came in and sat down. I was doing her assessment. And she began to tell me her story, that she was gang raped by 4 people. And I'm sitting there listening to her, and all of a sudden I got all these overwhelming flashbacks in my head that I haven't thought about in years. And I'm sitting there listening to her, looking at her, and I'm crying. I told her, I said, I'm sorry, I have to remove myself. I'll be back. I do apologize. I went and got my supervisor. I was like, you got to give me a minute because I can't finish this assessment right now. She was like, what's wrong? I said, she took me back to a place that I thought I had blocked out. I say, but listening to her testimony and sitting there listening to her talk to me, and she had her baby, and she named her baby Precious. And her baby was only 3 pounds when it was born, but the baby survived. I was like,
oh my God.
Now,
I
was
need a
this
break.
baby a product of the rape?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
My God.
Yes. So I got all these emotions going on, and I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to tell her? What am I supposed to do when I'm sitting there looking at me like a mirror reflecting back to me, and I'm like, didn't nobody tell me what to do.
Wow.
They just kept going on with their lives. Oh, you're strong, you'll be okay. Well, I was, but I still needed to know, what was I supposed to do. So I went back into her and I just told her, I'm sorry. I have to be honest. I don't have any answers for you right now. I said, because the answers that I need, you just made me have to go get the same answers for myself.
That she's asking from you. Okay. Well, if you don't mind, can you take us back to that day?
Yeah. I was 12, and it was in the middle of the night, and I'm sleeping, and how you just get that eerie feeling that somebody's standing over you. So I woke up, and when I looked up, there's this man standing over me with a gun in his hand. I'm like, okay, am I dreaming or what? I wipe my eyes, look up. No, it's real. And I'm like, what's going on? He begins to have a conversation with me, and when I hear his voice, I look again. I'm like, wait a minute. You was just at my mother's house 2 days ago for a party she had. Why are you in here? He's like, well, you just go do what I tell you to do. I'm like, wow. You lay there and, and there's a lot of things that you want to do, you could do, but common sense tells you, you just lay there. I was a 3rd-degree black belt. There's nothing I could do to outmove them bullets, you know. So I lay there, you know, and he stood there, and I was raped from head to toe, top to bottom, back to front. Whatever he wanted done, I had to do it. Whatever he chose to do, I had to accept it. You know, and all I could think of in the back of my mind was my father telling me, you're living to survive for your life. You know, and you can't, there's nothing you can do against a gun that's that close to you. You know, but all I kept telling him was, don't hurt my mother. My mother's in the front room. She doesn't hear anything back here. Just don't hurt my mother. For approximately 5 hours this went on. And my telephone rings. And I'm like, you know, you just need to leave. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. I say, you need to leave. That's my grandmother calling me to wake me up, to get my mother to come wake me up for school. And my mother's going to be coming back here. He says, no, they're not. I said, yes, she is. She does it every morning just like clockwork. Thank God my brother was at my grandmother's house that day. So he heard my mother coming down the hallway because she flicks the light on, and all you seen was the shadow of the light coming down the hallway. So he immediately jumped up, ran out the room, and my mother was standing there, and she didn't know what was going on. So when she came into my room and she turned my light on, all you seen was blood all over my bed and all over my sheets. You know, so I'm just laying there, and all I could think was, just don't hurt my mother. Now, I don't care what you do to me, just don't hurt my mother. Don't take my mother from me, because I couldn't live that. You know, so we sit there, and my mom gets me up. I want to go take a shower. She tells me, no, you can't take a shower. You just have to we're going to wrap you up in a clean sheet, and you just have to just wait, because you can't get in the shower yet. You know, she said, do you know who it was? And I lied to her. I told her, no, I didn't know. She said, are you sure? I said, I didn't know who it was, Ma. I don't know. It was just a stranger. Because in my mind was, if I told you who it was, he knows I know who it is. Are you going to come back and hurt my mother? Right. Or what are you going to do to my family, because you know where we stay? So I lied and told her no. You know, they called the police, and I went to the hospital, and you got 6, 7, 8 different people coming to you from different angles, asking you all types of questions, the same questions, and you just feel so dehumanized. You know, but you know that they're doing their job, and I respect that. You know, but it's like, you go back home and to talk, and my father comes to hug me, and there's nothing I can do but push him away.
Oh my God.
You know, my father was my world to me. That was my best friend, but all I could see was the male face and nothing else. So during that, about 2 weeks after that, my mother wound up having a nervous breakdown because she felt it was her fault. And there was nothing that she can do, you know. So it's like, what do? You know, once again, everything that was with me was pushed to the back. It was about my mother. It was about my brother. And, you know, it's something that you have to learn to deal with, to learn to grow, and to be able to keep functioning on as you go into a relationship. And as the product of my rape, I wind up being pregnant.